Hello guys, welcome back to part 2. So this is where I show you how to actually do the application process. For example, right now I'm on Wenzhou Medical University, so we're going to log into the student portal together, and I'll show you the steps that it takes to actually do the application, as well as some other relevant information that I'll find whilst I go along. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. So currently I'm on Wenzhou Medical University website, and what we want to do here is go to the admissions page. That's where we have all the information. Like right now, if you want to apply, you press apply now. But for now, I just want to show you around and to say scholarship program. So if you go on the scholarship programs, it shows you the scholarships that the school has. And I think the second one is supposed to be Chinese government scholarship type B. Type B is for students that are in China currently, so you can apply for that one. And then the second one is the Wenzhou Medical University scholarship. So for example, CSC, Chinese government scholarship type B. So here is all the information, and it explains number of scholarships to be determined, enrollment categories, and scholarship duration. All of that, you get it here. But as for scholarship contents, you see tuition fee is used by the school for training, management of scholarship students, as well as organizing and supporting the scholarship students to carry out cultural and sports activities, visits and reunions, accommodation. So accommodation on campus, the standard is master students 700 RMB, doctoral 1,000, and living cost standard master students 3,000, doctoral students 3,500. So basically this scholarship covers both the tuition and the living expenses, as you can see here. So this is the application procedure. It tells you again, log into the scholarship council's online application system. Like here, register, upload your materials. Code for Wenzhou Medical University is this, option type B. And then you log into the International Student Service platform of Wenzhou Medical University. So that's what we are going to do today, to log into the Wenzhou Medical University platform. Register, upload materials. Please make sure you're applying both systems at the same time, right? So today, though, I'm not doing the CSC application. We're doing the Wenzhou Medical University scholarship application because CSC is closed by now. But for CSC, you apply on two platforms. That is the Wenzhou Medical University one and then the CSC platform. And as for the second one, so this is the Wenzhou Medical University scholarship, right? So again, master's degree scholarships awarded for a period of 3 years, doctoral degree awarded for a period of 3 years, and then there's another one that is master's and plus doctoral degree, so it's awarded for 2 plus 3 years. So this one, it lasts a period of 5 years if you're doing your combined master's and doctoral degree together. And so this is what they say, right? Scholarship contents and criteria. For master's degree students, free tuition fees, accommodation and the expenses are at one's own expense. Scholarships for doctoral degree students, free tuition, living expenses, 300 RMB a month provided during the study period. So that is 3 years, right? Yes, accommodation and other expenses at one's expense. So again, this one, it covers your tuition, and then they give you 300 RMB per month for a period of 3 years. And then for students who are doing both master's and doctoral degrees, you get free tuition, living expenses of 2,500 RMB a month for the master's duration, that is 2 years, and then living expenses 300 RMB for the doctoral duration, which is 3 years. So that's what you get in terms of this one, right? So this is what we're going to apply for. And note that master's only, you only get free tuition, but you don't get an allowance. Whereas the other two scholarships, you get an allowance. So this one you apply directly at the Wenzhou Medical University website and the platform. So that's what we're going to do in this video. So I hope you come along with me, and yeah, let's see what we have here, right? So what else did I want to check? So here, this is the page back. So we get what we need to do, right? There's more information on this website, but what I'm mainly focused on is what the application process, right? And then for here, everything you get all the information here in terms of tutor search, right? And which I'm going to mention as well because this is really important. So one important thing to note, right, before you start any application whatsoever, right, is to find your supervisor. So you want to find a supervisor. So it kind of makes life easier for you when you apply for these programs. And for example, here, postgraduate program, right here, you get on tutor search. So here, when you're looking at your tutor search, you then look for a supervisor. So most of the times when you're in the application, right, you get a list of supervisors. So from here, you search like what department you want to look at and what course you're looking for, right? So as you can see here, you can see information in terms of, let's say, Liang Yuanbo. For him, he's academic doctoral supervisor, right? Email is right there, and then he's of ophthalmology department, right? So you can see his in terms of his enrollment majors and his profile. Yeah, general purpose, scientific research, academic profile. So you read this, and then you kind of like incorporate this into your email template. Remember, you have to email the supervisors as well. So when you email the supervisors, you kind of have an email template you use, and then you want to put like your aspirations to be in alignment with the supervisor's research field. So when you fill in your email template, I'll share mine as well so that you guys see how I sort of wrote my email and then how that ultimately led to me getting accepted, right? So that's important. So you read the research field, you read his profile, and then you incorporate that in your email when you email the supervisor. So and then you email and then you wait for a response. The earlier the better. That's the other thing too. So right now you saw the website is opening, the application is opening tomorrow, which is the 17th. So you're right on time. And again, you want to let's look for another one, chief physician. Okay, let's see this one. Okay, so again, you see, now you look at School of Engineering, First Hospital, First Clinical College, Internal Medicine. Okay, he's a member of Branch Chinese Anti-Cancer Association. Okay, Anti-Cancer Association. So this is like internal medicine. Again, so you look at his name, you look at what he's all about in terms of his profile, and then his research and awards. And then if you like him, then you apply. But the key here is to apply to as many as possible, right? Like many supervisors as you can get, depending on what program you're looking for, right? That's the other thing. Like for here, this is a pharmacy. So again, Ojang lab. So this is more of lab, right? Work instead. So research for brain storage, memory mechanism, neurodegenerative diseases, right? Alzheimer's, ALS, gene therapy. So again, so it's more important as well when you're looking for a supervisor to email as many supervisors as you can. Again, remember, you're not the only person who's emailing them, right? So you have to stand out in terms of your achievements, in terms of your CV, which should be very, very important. Your CV has to be there and well written, and you have to include your achievements as well. If you have any certificates whatsoever, that's important for you to stand out, and then for them to say, okay, I would like to help you like enroll under my supervision, right? So that's the other important thing to note. And what else? Yes, so the key is to email as many supervisors as possible. Make your email a good email, short, precise, highlight your achievements, and do it on time as well. That's important. So right now, you still have time to apply. So this is it for Wenzhou Medical University, right, in terms of the start. Okay, so now we're doing the application process, right? I already registered an account. So for you, if you want to register an account, you go and create a new account, and then you register an account using your email address and whatnot. And then, so we log in right here, right? And let's see what we're going to do. So this is what you get. This is like the website, right? Like as you can see, it's already telling me my details here. And then if you want to start an application, So you see, this is your student portal. This is where you get everything. Again, start application messages, notices, and messages, back to school and pay. Right? So to start the application, here we are. We go, and then you read, right, the disclaimer, hereby affirm that, agree, and then we go. So what we have now, right, is this undergraduate, self-sponsored, right, medicine and culture program, summer clinical program, master's degree students, doctoral degree students, and then master's PhD. Remember what I mentioned? Master's degree 3 years, doctoral degree on its own 3 years, but master's and PhD combined is a total of 5 years. So you get scholarships for all of this, right? That's the thing. But the kicker is master's degree does not provide you allowance, but free tuition. Doctoral degree, there is an allowance of 3,000 RMB per month, and then master's PhD has 2,500 RMB a month for 2 years, and then for PhD, for the duration of the PhD, you get 3,000 RMB. So that's the difference here. So let's start with master's degree, and then we go, right? And then you choose if you want a clinical degree or scientific degree. Again, Wenzhou Medical University is a medical university, right? So most degrees are medical. So let's say clinical, and then we go, right? Wenzhou Medical University scholarship, like I was saying, right? So if you're applying for masters whatsoever, you get a scholarship. That's the good part of it, right? So there we go, right? So this is what they say. Applicants are advised to pay the application fee via the online portal after they submitted the application. Please ensure you file application, full name, remarks, upload proof of payment or wire transfer to the online application portal. Applications will be processed only after the application fee has been received. So I think the application fee is like 400 RMB, but yes. So the application, this is it, right? And all the available places, right, you are being offered a scholarship. So that's the good part about it. So your job is to apply and make a convincing application, have your documents in order, and then you're sorted. So right now, this is the application. Let's see, pediatric surgery, anesthesiology. You can see what they offer, right? Ophthalmology, right? Stomatology, surgery, all the stuff. So let's just go apply for surgery, right? And then as you can see, the application period, right? It opened on the 17th of March and is closing on the 30th of April. So you have just a little bit of a month for the application period. So you see, if you're not aware about this time period and you don't have your documents in order, it becomes a bit hectic, especially the physical exam, which takes some time. The police, the non-criminal record as well. So here we go to apply, and let's see. Okay, so I guess for me, it's already put my details in, right? So you have the categories you have personal information, correspondence address, mailing address for admission notice, passport and visa information, learning experience in China, financial sponsors information, guarantors information, and emergency contact. So this is what we get on basic information. So you need to fill in all this, right? Your information is being saved in real time. So to start, passport name, give a name. If you have a Chinese name, yes, you upload your picture, marital status, religion, occupation, male or female, you go, right? Nationality, and then correspondence address, right? As you can see, mailing address, all the stuff. And then passport and visa information, right? Applicants submit a visa page, residence permit, right? All of this. And then you go, financial sponsors information, all the stuff, right? I'm not so sure if I can go to next, application information. Okay, so application information, right? So the first page was basic information, so your own information and whatnot. And then on application information, what we get is majors information, what major you're applying for, referee information, language proficiency, education background, work experience, and family members, right? So since we clicked on surgery at the start, here we are, surgery English, right? The first School of Medicine, right? Master's degree, 2025 autumn, right? study duration. So autumn starts on September 1st till 2018, that is July 15th, right? And again, clinical degree on what? Wenzhou Medical University scholarship, right? And then choose reference type. So personal recommendation, agent, all of that stuff. And then supervisor list. So this is where having a supervisor is important. If you already have your supervisor, then you just go and input your supervisor's name, right? And from there, you're sorted. So that's why it's important to already have a supervisor, to be emailing supervisors and get an acceptance, which makes your application easier. And at the same time, if your supervisor has already accepted you, that makes it easier. So in a way, it makes this application easier for you to get accepted. And you've noticed that all of the 3 applications, right? Masters, PhD, Masters plus PhD, they are all on scholarship. So once you have a supervisor, you've probably passed part of this, right? Because not a lot of people will have a supervisor. So that's why it's important, right? When you film, if you're not admitted by any major listed above and you're willing to be admitted in a recommended major, no, okay. Whether you apply for a scholarship, definitely you click this yes, right? And then you go here, right? If you fail to get a scholarship, are you willing to study finance? Make sure you say no on this one. And then reasons for your application. Again, this one, you put a very valid reason. For example, to say you want to mainly focus on your studies, right? Without having the burden of having to self-support financially. And yeah, among other reasons that you can come up with. But again, make it convincing, and you type, I think maybe you have a limit of 500 words or something, but type as much as you can. And then we go referee information, right, that you've listed above. And then here, language proficiency. So English proficiency, if you have your IELTS, your TOEFL, your GRE, GMAT, Duolingo, all that stuff, you see, it's welcome. And then your HSK is important, right? HSK 4, 5, yes, you fill that in. And then education background. So this is where you start, right? You start from certificate highest degree. So you start from your bachelor's degree, which you are about to get. And by now you probably have your transcript as well. So you start from your bachelor's degree for master's, and then up to your high school. So you put that all in there, all right? And then you mention your attendance here from contact person, right? University, high school, and whatnot. Any gap in between 2 experiences or better, you mention that. And then for work experience, if you have any work experience, you fill that in as well. Moving on, family members. So, right, parents information is required. Please input at least 2 family member information, and then you save and continue. So right now we're just looking at what is there on the application process, right? Moving on to documents. Exactly, this is important. Remember, so the documents that are required that I mentioned in the previous video, now you can see on your own what documents are required, right, to start. So for here, a scanned copy of your passport information page. Yes, you scan to upload or you upload, right? Diploma and certificate of highest education, notarized copy. For this one, we don't have that as of yet, so you submit that provisional degree certificate that you get from your school, and then you put that in, right? And then you put the Chinese language certificate, HSK, right? HSK 4, this is what they require. You can see, right? Some of the schools might require HSK 5, but for Wenzhou Medical University, HSK 4, you choose file, you upload. Certificate of language proficiency, that's your IELTS, TOEFL, Duolingo. Again, you upload. This gives you an advantage, right? To say you have it, most people don't have it. So again, and then a study and research plan. So for example, if you're doing surgery, so you type in your research plan, I think it's about 800 words, give or take. And then you type in why you want to study surgery, general surgery, for example. And you also type in what you want to achieve by the period, the time period from the start of your master's degree to the end, right? And your wishes after that as well. So you put that all in your study plan, and it's important. So you write that, have all of these documents ready, and then 2 recommendation letters in Chinese or English, right, from any professor or associate professor. So this one as well, you need that. Foreigner physical examination form. This is important, so you need to have this and then have it filled out. So if people want to see how the foreigner physical examination form looks like, again, let me know in the comments down below and then I'll attach it. I think there's a website I remember that I used and I got it. So you just need to download it and then you take it to your practitioner and then the practitioner fills it out. So another certificate of good standing, non-criminal record, right? Yes, you do that. And non-criminal record should be like at least 6 months. And then 2-inch white background photo, published academic papers or other achievements if you have, right? Again, this is what? Important, published academic papers or other achievements. So if you don't have any published papers, cool. You can do other achievements if you're sporty, if you're into arts and craft, all that stuff. Submit that. Anything that gives you an advantage over the next applicant, put that in there, right? And your CSE application form. Remember, if you want to apply for CSE as a master's student, that's another way now. Now, if you want to just apply for a master's place, right? You just apply for master's without applying for CSE, right? You do that, but you don't have an allowance monthly. But then for CSE covers both tuition and gives you a monthly allowance. So you submit your CSE application form here, choose file or scan, right? This is the file you download from the CSE application like portal. And then other documents. These include your CV, again, more achievements. You see some might just say on this one, they might allow maybe like 4 documents. If more, put them in there, right? That gives you an advantage over the other applicant. And then in terms of more information, let's see what they have here, right? So exactly. So there we go. Now, self-introduction video again. So this is important, right? And so for a self-introduction video, it can be a minute or 2 minutes. And I did this. I have the video. If you want it again, please let me know in the comments down below and then I can post it so that you see how I did it. And it's just a video introducing yourself to say, my name is so-and-so, I'm from here. I did my undergraduate here. And as for my achievements, I hear my aspirations, I did become a general surgeon and so and so. So you put that in. You can even include your hobbies and all that stuff. But again, a minute or 2, just a brief introduction video. And then to move on, are you an immigrant? No, right? Country origin, you put that in. Did you get your country citizenship? You put that. Awards, right? So again, remember we submitted certificates on the previous page. Now you put your awards, you tag them down. You put the awards level, you put the awards levels, and then guardian information, right? For applicants below 18 years old. Other information, CSE number, right? This is from your CSE page. It's there at the top of your CSE application form. You input your hobbies, smoking, certificate of non-criminal record, your physical examination form, you get it, all of that. Have you ever committed a crime? You do that, and then we continue to next. And then preview page, right? Are you going to apply to submit your application? You say yes. Confirm the true information is above, yes. So, and then you get your preview page, and then you back to check, right? And then from then on, the next place you're going to go to is the payment page, where you're supposed to pay 400 RMB to submit your application. So that is the process, right? This was just a quick video to show you. So if someone wants to know how the page is like before actually doing the application, this is the video for you. So it's a step-by-step guide. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know and then I can help you out on what you have to fill out, what you need to put, and where to find some documents that are not readily available, right? So this is the process in a nutshell. And it's fast, it's easy. As long as you have your documents in order, you'll be good. And if you have a supervisor, that's an easy win. You are guaranteed to get accepted. Some supervisors will do an interview for you, organize an interview, and that's okay. Don't be worried. It's not that complicated. You just have to be confident and you'll be good, especially the interview. And then in the interview, again, you can be asked to speak in Chinese or English. That's another thing. But they'll initially speak to you in Chinese. So you can impress, or if your Chinese is that good, you can speak in Chinese fluently. If you're not, you can ask them to say, can I use English? And then they'll allow you to. So you just find your balance, right? So this was Wenzhou Medical University. So I thank you for staying tuned up to this point. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you want more videos like this, please let me know, especially application for CSC as well. That's important, or any other university, right? So thank you so much.